Hey ho, let's go, guys and gals, and hello, my friends. This is your host, Joe, Life with Yosef, riding shotgun. Today is my co host, dude, and today's little chit chat on our car ride number 6, we're going to talk about Fenway Park. Now, Fenway was in my feed a lot yesterday because of the Tartan Army from Scotland, the fans of their national football team, well, soccer for us. Um, they're playing their pool games in Foxborough. And it's just right down the freeway from Boston. So they're in Boston and they're definitely making their presence known. Fenway opened in 1912. It's the oldest park in Major League Baseball. It's named Fenway because it's in the Fens part of Boston. You see it right here where the back bay's been filled in. Now you're going to see a map right here. You can hardly see the arrow, but that's where Fenway was on the 1630 shoreline. Now, as we're going to see here, a fen is an alkaline wetland and a bog is an acidic wetland. And at the same time, a swamp is a wetland that can support trees, and a marsh is a wetland that cannot support trees. Now, I knew none of this, so this was definitely enlightening for me. Now you got about 40 or 45 seconds of the Tartan Army being led by the bagpipes marching to Fenway Park, and I'll text in the song that they're playing right here, and I'm going to play it right now for you. No, I've never been to Fenway Park, but I had used to been that did, and they pretty much said it's an experience. If you're a baseball fan, you should you should try to go. But the seats were narrow; they're on top of each other. You know, it's a 115-year-old park, 114 years old. So, though it did get substantially remodeled in 1934, and then over the past decade or two, it has been substantially remodeled. But it's an experience that my used to could said that they're glad that they went. Now, topic number 2 of our cart ride today, which is turned into story times, is I'm gonna pip in here about 12 seconds, and you look, and there is a kid sitting on the lap of an adult in the driver's seat, and the kid's at the wheel. Now you're thinking, holy shit, what stupid fucking adults do that? Well, I got a story or two. Hold on. When we were living in Central Valley prior to moving and meeting my dad, we were living with one of the Eustabins. I remember this. He had me sitting in on his lap in the driver's seat, no seatbelt. I think it was a '57 Chevy, but don't hold me to that. Um, and 99 was where I-5 is now, in between Reading and Central Valley. It was 4-lane divided a divided highway, but not freeway, not the freeway standards. And I remember we're driving up there, and I signaled. Now, my used to be handled the gas and the brake, and he was, there. But I've done this, and I was 3 years old, and I remember it, and that was 62 years ago. Now, in 1970, we went to the Tetons up for the second time, and we towed my uncle's little fishing boat, wooden hull outboard, 15, 16 feet maybe. And my dad and us boys launched on the Jackson Lake. And my dad let us drive the boat. Now, my younger brother, he was, kind of helping him, hold the wheel. But my two older brothers and I, we got to drive the boat on the lake. It was awesome. I remember that. Now, later on that trip, my uncle Hank launched a couple of us, and my dad wasn't there, and he let my oldest brother Kurt drive the boat. But by God, my uncle had the death grip on it. So, parenting is sure an interesting endeavor. Now, I've got one more child driving story, and that was Charlie and I were riding down the slog, down 99. We're going to stay in Bakersfield, and then we're going to head east the next day. And we're in Kern County, probably between Delano and the outskirts of maybe Famoso and Bakersfield. And this guy's in the slow lane, and we're in the middle lane, and we're passing him, and we're watching it, and I get Charlie's attention, and we both are watching this kid. He must be 6 years old, motoring down the freeway, sitting on Grandpa's lap. And boy, Charlie and I looked at each other and laughed and shook our heads. But again, I've done this, not as an adult, but as a child. So we're going to close. This is, as always, your host, Joe, Life with Yosef, with my co-host, Riding Shotgun Dude, the 15-pound mini poodle of terror. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. May Freya, in her ever-loving wisdom, show you favor on the hunt.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Know your worth and never fucking forget it.
You'll never stop on the way back.
And we'll see you for the next one.